Welcome to my preview for San Jose State versus Eastern Michigan. 7-4 San Jose State Spartans taking on Eastern Michigan, 8-4 in the Idaho Potato Bowl. This is a fantastic matchup on the blue. A great game for both of these teams to draw in a little bit extra viewership than normally would take place in a matchup like this because of the fact that it's taking place on the blue. This is going to be a fantastic game. Tuesday, December 20th, 1:30 p.m. Mountain Central Time on ESPN. San Jose State is favored in this game, given a 66.5% chance of winning and given a 3-point advantage by Vegas. We're going to look at the storylines for this team, for both teams for this game. We're going to look at top players again for both teams, and then we'll look at a key to the game for both these programs and end with a score prediction. So let's jump right into it then. So top storyline here, talking about Eastern Michigan. This is a team that was tied with Toledo at the end of the season, conference record-wise, but ended up missing out on the MAC championship game because of the head-to-head game versus Toledo. A very close loss, 27-24. So this is a little bit of a team that's disappointed right now. You know, they had a chance to go play in the MAC championship game. It would have been a huge opportunity for them if they'd been able to make it into that game, play versus Ohio, take that MAC crown, but they ended up just on the outside. So this is definitely a step down from what they were expecting, what they thought they could attain this season, what they were so close to attaining. So maybe not as motivated as San Jose State. That'll be something to keep an eye on in this game. San Jose State, they kind of coming down a downward slide themselves. They started off the year 6-2. You know, they nearly beat Auburn. They were really this close to beating Auburn. Would have been a great start to the season, but overall 6-2, a great start to the year. And I really had them finishing off here with maybe 9 wins, and that did not happen. A downward spiral, 1-3 in their last 4 games. 1-2 in their last 3 games, losses to San Diego State and Utah State to finish out the season. They were, however, only losing 1 player in the transfer portal. So that is going to be something they need a big win here, build some momentum, keep some energy. That players aren't jumping ship yet, but San Jose State needs a way to finish off the year strong so that they can continue to build this program. This is, of course, a team that had a great year in 2020, winning the Mountain West, and then a down year last season. This is an opportunity for them to get back to form for San Jose State here and to have a chance to continue to compete for the top of the Mountain West, building on something for next season. Top players here looking at San Jose State, it's going to be the Hawaii transfer, their quarterback, Chevin Cordero. He has done an outstanding job this year, the 5th-year quarterback. He still has another year of eligibility, so it's another thing, continue to build him up in this bowl game and develop something for next season. 2,884 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, added 215 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground. It's actually low for Cordero. He is a quarterback who, while I wouldn't say that he is, a top-level runner, he is definitely a very capable and strong runner. He's not Taylor Green level, but he's still a very good running back. He only averaged 1.7 yards per carry, which is his lowest on any season where he's had 100-plus yards, 100-plus carries in a season. Previously, looking at his seasons for Hawaii, he had 483 yards rushing and 342 yards rushing. And then this season, even though he went over 100 carries, only 215 yards. So using him more in those short yardage type situations, not leaning on his leg as much as they should have. He has a good arm, and he's a pretty accurate quarterback overall. So that 20 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. But he has some good legs that have not really been tapped to their full potential. Now, looking at Eastern Michigan, their top player is going to be their running back. 1,084 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns, 4.8 yards per average on the ground for Eastern Michigan. This is going to be an opportunity for them to push and rely on that ground game. They've had some questions at quarterback, a couple of quarterbacks that are taking some significant reps for them. So this is a chance for them to really lean on that running game and grind out the clock here versus San Jose State. If you come into a game a little bit less motivated, your ground game can give you some big opportunities, can kind of let you settle into the game here and then get a chance to get your feet under you and get this win versus San Jose State. Keys to the game here for San Jose State, it's going to be find Cordero's legs. I mentioned it already. This is a player who has some great running ability, but he's only had a 130-plus yard game. It was versus UNLV. Other than that, no other 30-plus yard rushing games. I think a lot of that has been the fact that his arm has been so strong. They haven't had to lean on his legs. But I think in this bowl game, this is an opportunity where you want to build something for next season. I think something that would significantly add to the Spartan attack would be a better running game off of that QB run. So start building something for next year. Also, this is a bowl game. You're going to see the best out of both these teams, even though I think Eastern Michigan's maybe not quite as motivated to win this one. It's still going to be a tough team, a team that almost went and won or almost went to the MAC championship game. You're going to want to give them everything you've got, which means using the capabilities of all of your players and all of their talents and getting the legs involved here of Cordero. For Eastern Michigan, it's going to be take away Elijah Cook. I didn't mention him as the top player because I was only mentioning one from each team. I think that Cordero does take the top slot as the best player here on this San Jose State team. But the wide receiver Elijah Cook is an incredible wide receiver for them. 983 yards receiving, 10 touchdowns. He has over a third of the receiving yards that Cordero has been able to shell out this year, and he has over half of the touchdowns, or sorry, exactly half of the touchdowns that Cordero has passed for. So if you take away this guy, I mean, you lose the main outlet for this San Jose State offense. So this is going to be a focus. Whatever you got to do, double team this guy. San Jose State still has some other weapons, but you take away this main target, Cordero's not going to be as comfortable. You might force him into some bad situations, maybe throwing some interceptions, that kind of thing. Take away his number one target, and I think that San Jose State is going to struggle. Eastern Michigan will have a chance in this game. My prediction on this one, I do think that San Jose State wins this game. I think Cordero comes out, has a strong game, especially through the air, but I think he finds some opportunities on the ground as well. I think San Jose State a little more motivated in this one, especially after the last time they were embarrassed by a MAC team after that 2020 season. I think this is a chance for them to come in, prove that they're better than that. They don't have as much pressure on them as they did in that game. They lost to, I believe it was Ball State in that one. I think this is a chance for them to come in, play off of a good quarterback, use the legs effectively, put up some good points. I think San Jose State wins this one 34-20. That's my final prediction. 34-20 here for San Jose State. Let me know in the comments what you think I got right, what you think I got wrong. I want to know what your score predictions are. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and go Big Blue!